I had this funky dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it was dry and done, that dreidel I did play. I had this funky dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it was dry and done, that dreidel I did play. The Greeks took our land 2,000 years ago. They said take our religion. One guy said no. His name was Matityahu.
He was a Maccabee.
He said who's ever with Hashem, come down with me. Now King Antiochus took over the land. He said no more Torah.
There was his demand.
He wanted his Greeks to spread his Hellenism. But the Jews said, we'll keep our Judaism. Matityahu had 5 sons.
They were by his side.
And Yehuda took over
When his father died,
Yehuda became the leader.
that was the concept.
And he made his own army
And a few elephants. Ho ho! Ho ho! Ho ho!
The Jews were outnumbered 10 to 1. They had to fight. They could not run. But they did the best thing.
And pray to Hashem.
And he answered them back.
And we pulverized them.
They destroyed the Greeks. Got back the holy temple. 'Twas a big mess.
Everything was going mental.
They got rid of the idols and cleaned the whole place. And they rested on that day.
And that was the case.
But before the Greeks came,
The menorah was always lit.
and because of them, no oil was fit. They found one jar,
For one day it was enough.
but it took at least a week to get more pure stuff. I had this funky dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it was dry and done, that dreidel I did play. I had this funky dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it was dry and done, that dreidel I did play. They used that oil just to consecrate, but Hashem made a miracle.
And the oil lasted 8.
We knew God was with us. It was pretty Metuka. Now we celebrate that day,
And we call it Hanukkah.
we light the menorah.
For 8 days we celebrate.
We thank Hashem for miracles,
Both small and great.
We take that funky dreidel,
And spin it around.
'cause that's what the Jews did when the Greeks came to town. We all eat latkes in our mouths, they melt. We get our Hanukkah presents.
And our Hanukkah gift.
We remember all this, and we have loads of fun, cause way back then, I had this funky dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it was dry and done, that dreidel I did